Greetings! I know it's been quite a while since Neptunia Reverse finished, but I'm back from my break for what will probably be the last Let's Plays of 2021. And I know, way back in Final Fantasy 15 I said I'd never do a double build Let's Play ever again because it was too much work and whatnot, but don't listen to past me, he's young and stupid. I'm older and a bit more sensible about it, so we do have a Let's Play double build coming. I've been saying all year that my main big three were Nocturne, which we've done, and Neptunia Reverse that we've done, but also, to wrap up, it will be the Final Fantasy VII Remake. However, as I started recording it, it really started to set in for me how much I was starting to burn out with JRPGs. I loved the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I'll be gushing about it non-stop throughout the entire Let's Play, but it doesn't change the fact that I've been doing a lot of JRPGs this year, so I wanted to break it up a little bit. So this is how it's going to work. On Monday, Wednesday and Fridays, there will be a new video for the Final Fantasy VII Remake. On Tuesday and Thursdays, however, it will be Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, a Game Boy Advance title which I finally got around to trying out and came to know of through the Advanced Collection, because I'd never played it growing up. I'd played a lot of Castlevanias, but the Sorrow duology were just ones I didn't ever get around to picking up and playing. And I can say in complete certainty, and you'll probably hear me gush about it a lot in that as well, that Aria of Sorrow is like my second favourite Castlevania now. Like next to Symphony of the Night, it's amazing. And so I want to talk about it and show what makes it so cool and so special and so innovative for the Castlevania series, especially considering it was a Game Boy Advance title. So that's the general gist of how it's going to go. That does, however, mean with the 7 Remake, with how much of a big game it is, it's going to go over Christmas, which if you've been for this channel for a while, this is kind of new for me. Every time I have a bigger project, I always ensure, no matter what, it wraps up by the first week of December at the latest, and then I go on a break until after Christmas and New Year, and come back in the new year with new stuff and yada yada. This is the first time that won't be happening because the 7 Remake's way too long for it to justifiably be done before Christmas. So I have to work out how I'm going to handle that. In short, what I will probably do, and I'll mention it again closer to the time, is take Christmas week off and either come back on the week leading up to New Year or just come back the first week after New Year. So there will be a week or two gap in the uploads, which I know might be a little annoying for some, but I hope that you can at least understand why. Like, Christmas week and New Year week, I want to spend that time with family. I want to be able to catch up my grandparents sort of thing, go have a big day, especially because last year we kind of couldn't, for obvious reasons. So I want to be able to have that sort of time. So there will be a gap in the uploads for like a week or two during that time. There will still be one-off videos. I'm currently working on a Genshin Impact one-off video as well. But I'm waiting for more stuff of that because it's to do with that music event that's come out. It's a new step every day, so I want to do a video messing around with that. So there'll still be the one-off stuff, but the main priority for the rest of the year going into 2022 will be the 2 games you see before you. Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, to ensure that I don't have this problem that I had with Final Fantasy 15 where one gets overburdened by the other and one ends up getting priority over one in terms of uploads and editing work. I have edited together and recorded the entirety of Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. The entire game is done recording-wise. I've just got to do edits and then I can pump it up. So my actual gameplay and recording priority can be on the 7 Remake. I can just break it up for you guys with Castlevania in between the Final Fantasy 7 videos. After Castlevania finishes, I don't know if I will slot another one in on the Tuesday-Thursday slot, or if I will put the 7 Remake on full force, just because, like I said, it's a big game. Excluding the DLC expansion, which I won't be covering in this playthrough. Although I'll be playing the PS5 version, I won't cover Intermission yet, because it's got blocked scenes still, and until they update it to remove the blocked scenes, I just can't record it. But that's not the end of the world, because the base game's still phenomenal. And that's the general gist. Going into 2022, however, there is a few things I want to talk about quickly before we wrap up. Next year, without meaning to sound like some kind of advert, I want to make the biggest year for my channel. I've been talking a lot of it with my family and crew and whatnot, that I want to start leaning into my YouTube work a lot more, because I still treat this as a hobby. And I still will, don't get me wrong. The reason why I love doing this is because I get to just talk about the games that I enjoy playing. I get to share with whoever wants to listen why I love video games, why I love X, Y, and Z, why I want to play more of this, why this needs a sequel, why this is underrated, why this is overrated, yada yada. I want to do more of that. I want to be able to put it on the forefront, and I'm in a position now where I feel like it is an option that if I push into it, I could put myself in a position where I am doing content for you guys almost every day and still enjoying it, still getting like a social life, you know, not just letting it devour my soul, and still getting to enjoy it. And I want to do more live streams as well in 2022 as well, because I enjoy doing them, and I feel like they always get undercut a little bit because I'm busy with other things, or you know, I'm editing together videos and I end up spending way too much time on it, even though I could reasonably crank out videos a lot quicker than I do. I just tend to procrastinate, so I don't get around to it. It could genuinely be a step forward for the future of this channel, so I want to make next year a really big year for it. But I've rambled on long enough. That's the gist of it though. Final Fantasy VII Remake, Castlevania Aria Sorrow are coming next. They're gonna burn into next year, but I want to do a hell of a lot more content, including live streams next year, to build on this channel's foundations a lot more, because I've been doing this for like 6 years now, nearly. I don't know if we've hit 6 years or not. I think we're close. And I've always just kind of treated it as a side thing when I've got like 300 and something subscribers, you know, people who genuinely like watching my content, which you're madmen and ladies, but I still thank you for it anyway. So I feel like I should be leaning into that. I should be trying to do that, get more of an audience and just talk about what I love, do different things, experiment, and just see what next year brings us. But until that day comes, thank you so much for watching this little update video, and I will see you tomorrow for the beginning of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Until then though, take care now. Peace.